video, but all right, Henry. What you looking at, man? What? What do you need plastids for? Neja? Well, let's put a damper on that quick. We're gonna go ahead and get you set up for the next junction. Alright, so we are on Jupiter. We just got done helping you craft the Warframe Spectre. We need to do Teshub and then do Stolen Dreams, but we should do Stolen Dreams first. So go ahead and open up your quests. Oh no, you're good, you're good. Alright, here in a few seconds you should see a bunch of frames, as what they're called. You need to go to your quests. And there should be one that's called Stolen Dreams. But anyways, Ryder, are you up to the point where you see a bunch of frames like the Ash Prime, Banshee Prime? Yes. I'll go through a list of them, and if you see one that interests you, tell me to stop, okay? Yep. I hear myself in the background. You should have it because it should be available. You did go to your quests, right? In the codex. Bottom middle one, this one right here. That is Loki Prime. He is a Prime for one of the starter frames. He has the ability to go invisible, switch places with enemies, and make decoys. As well as one of his abilities is Radial Disarm, which you can actually remove enemies' combat gear from them, making them only be able to use melee weapons. Going down the list, we got a few more. We got Necros Prime, Nidus, Nyx Prime, Oberon Prime, Octavia, Rhino. You know what? Since you know they're primes, I'm just gonna say them by their names, because, you know, yeah. It's a little annoying listing off the names. And then my last list of frames, I've got Saren, Valkyr, Valbin, you know, Zephyr, Volt, Chroma, Neja. Neja's not upgraded yet, as you can tell by the little 0 right next to the name, while Chroma is a rank 20 and Trinity Prime is a rank 29. Those that say maxed for weapons, frames, well, most weapons and frames except for like one specific weapon, they'll say maxed, but the max rank is rank 30. And this game doesn't base anything off level like Division and a few other games where it has a gear score or something, you know. So you can literally make a low level weapon be able to do level 1 and 5 missions, but then later on when you start learning how to mod things, you can actually take that same weapon and go do level 30 missions roughly. But there's also the other bit where you're able to go off and do something like, oh, how do I explain this? Some weapons have tier levels, and if you like the higher tiers, like, okay, for instance, like a mastery rank 15 or a 14 weapon can actually get you to level 100 missions, like where enemies are like tons higher and more powerful than you, able to deal out a lot of damage. Like, yeah, like, okay, for instance, take my Excalibur here. You start out, you have a choice to choose Excalibur when you start out with, but this one is actually a unique one that you'll get later on in the game. This one that I have is my own personal customization. Like the little arm piece here, helmet, body, except for the like little adornments on it, uh, that look like little fucking weird half fish hooks. Those are its body itself. Now, if I go to appearance and go to the hell. Anyways, this is what he normally looks like. What you see him as when he starts out. That's when you do the mission, at least. Yep, but like I said before, this Umbra you gain, or this Umbra Excalibur, you actually gain from a mission. You get his sword, which is this bad boy right here, even though I colored it differently. But you get this guy with his sword, and you get like 5 what are called mods. Mods help you build your frame to create different builds that could essentially turn the tide in any fight. You can make your character with more health, make your character with more combat proficiency, like where it says duration, efficiency, range, and strength. Like for instance, if I do this, switch it to configuration B, you notice that the stats change. It goes from 720 health to 1020 health. Shield goes from, well, it actually drops. It goes from 1000 to 700, and it goes from 420. Yeah, I still have more health, but the white marker is what it was before. The red marker is where it goes to with the configuration change. Like the duration drops from 78 to 17, or the efficiency goes up from 100 to 120. The strength goes up from 107, or 181 to 253. My last build, which I call my slash dash build, you notice that it actually goes like from power A build, because all this right here is power A. The red, the green, that's for configuration C. Now, my shield and my health stay the same from power B. My energy drops to 225, but I gain more efficiency. Not only that, I also gain range, and my strength drops roughly about 11 points. But in turn, I gain that range. Now, if I actually back out and keep it on configuration C, I'll show you how far he goes with that build. And then the next one, when we're running, for instance, is that you that just left the comment? Or who the heck left that comment? That's weird. Heretic will die, cool fashion. I don't know who that person is. Possibly.
Listen up, you tin suits. With the Grenier itching to
I don't have a
torture the
cat.
life out of me, I've accepted your Lotus's offer of protection. In return, I'm gonna help your sorry behinds find that artifact.
Oh, the Adarza? Yeah. Well, that actually ain't an Adarza. It's actually the animal that I have is a helmet charger.
Wow, she always this much fun?
Maru?
Fine. Here's the business.
What?
The Corpus are keeping the Codex in one of these fortified data vaults.
No, but
You
the animal is called a helmet
take
charger.
what's yours without triggering the data destruction sequence.
The weapon that I have that I'm using as the sidearm, it's called the Ozma. It's actually a login reward. But its primary fire is... Its primary fire is basically a obvious rapid fire. No, I'm explaining it to my buddy Ryder. He's in the chat party with me, but he's also talking through chat and all stuff. Anyways, yeah, the Excalibur ability that I just activated, the one that's, if you look at the bottom right of my screen, it has like a pulsating module of sorts. It's called Exalted Blade. You actually summon a blade of energy that you can hack through enemies with, and etc., etc. That's what would be called Power D on your listings.
Do your best and try not to trip the alarms.
It's pretty simplistic. Anyways, the other bit that I will explain to you here, what I'm doing right now is called a spy mission. Spy missions are where you go in, hack a console, you get a reward, you know, stuff like that, but some of them are non-reward based, like,
You got that Codex.
how do I
Why don't you
explain
see if
it?
the Corpus are hiding anything else in the
Sometimes
other
you
vaults?
can be put on what are called quests, like I was explaining to High Welder. And they actually give you greater rewards. Like, the quest line that we're running right now is actually a prequel to getting a Warframe known as Chroma, which is a dragon type. Whoa, hello. That ability you just saw was what I called the slash dash. Yeah, sure. You can watch my Avara here after this mission. They're, heretic. Anyways, the other two abilities that I haven't explained yet are Radial Howl and Radial Javelin. Radial Howl is pretty explanatory when I do this. What happens is the enemy gets stunned. Now, when I use the Power C, which is his Radial Javelin, it summons these energy spears that actually shoot in a circle. Further explanation, for High Welder's character he's running what is called a Rhino Prime. Now, the original, it's just like the original, just like I had explained earlier. I don't have to really explain much when it comes to primes and non-primes. Primes usually are slightly better because they come with what are called polarities. I'll explain a little bit more of that when we get done with this mission. But what polarities are... Oh. They're AI. There is a multiplayer thing called Conclave, but I usually don't play it just because it's just ugh.
Try not to trip the alarms.
I can't stand multiplayer games on a MMO like this. Like, it's just not my thing. Anyways, Rhino has 4 abilities, just like, well, most Warframes. His abilities are Rhino Charge and Rhino Stomp. No, I really don't like Fortnite. Yuck. That's even worse. I'd probably play Conclave and Warframe over Fortnite, to be completely honest. That's because, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of chaff for this, but Fortnite, PUBG, or Black Ops 4, they kind of plague ran the battle royale genre by storm in little over, you know, maybe 9 months. Like, I sit there and I go look online with some of my people that I watch online, like no, not really. Anyways, did you just comment that? Oh my god. Anyways, no, to be completely honest, I don't like games that involve where you pick up weapons. I like games where you can progress and get gear through hard work and leveling. You know, like most MMOs. But that's just kind of how I am. Anyways, no, how else do I explain it besides that? Like, I've been playing Warframe for actually years. Like, for the first 2 years I didn't really get into it much just because it's a slow start, especially when you're playing by yourself.
And found that arcane codex. Your Lotus told me to tell you to get to extraction.
Anyways, so watch this. When I'm not slash dashing at an enemy, I can use slash dash to get across the map. Like, really far. So like if I do this. Woof! Too far. Now, no. I didn't say I played this for a year. I said when I stopped playing it for a couple of years because it was slow. But after, you know, that little area gap when I stopped playing, I got back into it. In these past 2 years that I have been playing it, I've actually made some pretty decent, you know, way. I mean, obviously switching between playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, playing, you know, the occasional matches on Rainbow Six Siege. I mean, you obviously see that if you look on my history of videos that I've uploaded. I mean, I even do have some videos for other games, like I used to play Destiny. Quit playing that, because, you know, Destiny became trash. I've been playing on PlayStation, like, for a long time. And I didn't start an account until I was like 16 years old. So my account has about 9 years worth of trophies and stuff.
Operator,
Alright.
messages have arrived in your inbox.
Yay! I got detonate injectors. Just what I needed. Anyways, going to switch to a bow, because I feel like annihilating people. Anyways, I should go into this little explanation here quick. Up here in this top right corner, you'll see a bunch of tabs. First one is quests. When you achieve a new quest, you run it, you know, and it will show you the next task that you need to do. After that, you got your weekly alerts. Everything that pops up has a time limit, unlike these two things, which are, you know, daily. You run them, they become unavailable until the next day, you know, etc., etc. This tab here, invasions. What invasions do is they have rewards. You complete the rewards specified. So, like for instance, if you went to the forward manifestation on Neptune, you'll get Feldron, or like there'll be ready-made items for you for your building process. This tab for syndicates, it involves like when you join what are called syndicates in the game, or rewards from Cephalon Samaris. The next tab is called Void Fissures. What those are, prior to a couple years ago, what happened was they were doing a thing called Void Keys, which give you prime items. Now, what they did is they figured getting Void Keys kind of takes a little bit. So what you do is they decided to switch it out and make what are called Void Relics. They're sealed items. You got to get 10 what are called reactant. In what case, after that, you wind up going off and opening them, and it's a roll chance of what you get. Sometimes you won't get the item you specifically want from that relic, so you got to get several of that same relic. Get what I'm saying? It's when I run you through it when you get done downloading the game. I'll explain more of it later on. I'm just giving you the rundown. Like I know, and I'm just giving you visual representations. Like for instance, this right here. These are what are called sorties. You complete 3 missions, and at the end, when you complete the 3rd mission, you get what is in this reward pool, at least one item. You either get this Iatan sculpture, Riven mod, you know, Kuva, stuff like that. Sometimes you, and it's very, 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 very rare, this purple item right down here, right here. But it has like a 0.0, or like, yeah, like a 0.05 chance, or a 0.005 chance of dropping for you. At most, people usually get these ones. And these 2 items are ready-made, while these 2 items are actually blueprints. But they're not hard to make. They take roughly a day to make. I'll go back to what I was explaining about polarities quick, because I know I was going to explain that earlier. But anyways,
Well put together, Operator.
For
Now get out
instance,
there and
you notice how this one's green, but these ones don't have a color besides what's actually on the mod themselves. Well, except for that one and that one. These ones are called polarities. I'll remove that first for an instance. What polarities do, they're a slot with an item or symbol. You match the symbol for mods that come down here, and it cuts the polarity in half, making it to where you're able to put more mods in of higher value to make a better build. So like for instance how the capacity up here is 12, if I were to slide back down here and collect that primed flow, put it back up there, it went from 14 to 7. Now up here where the aura mod, where it goes up 14, what happens is, because of the fact that the polarity is already like a 7, when you put it in an aura slot and it has the same symbol, instead of cutting it in half, it doubles it, upgrading the amount of points that you can use to build your frame. Now, another thing I should explain is when you max out a frame, if you want to make a better build out of it, and you want to add more mods, higher mods, you press R3. Well, and again, we'll go through this later on when you do use a frame. You get what is called a forma. When you polarize a slot, it resets the frame back to 0. So you have to rework it back to level 30 again. At that point, even though you already have done such a thing, you will be able to upgrade your Warframes to newer heights, making them stronger. But anyways, I'll explain more of that when you start playing, but I'm going to help by continuing to run missions here with High Welder. This way you can watch some of the frames and work. No problem, like I said, I run a clan in Warframe that helps people. That's just how I am. But I don't do it just to be taken for granted either. So it's like if someone's just sitting here demanding more help, I'll be like, hey, screw you. Get out of my group.
Your job is to distract the enemy while a fellow Tenno
Alright,
operative
well, we're
raids the
waiting
ship
for
much needed supplies.
Anyways, okay.
Your
Henry,
presence
do you have
here-
enough energy to pop Iron Skin yet? Okay. What he just did right there, he put himself in an encasing called Iron Skin, which actually is like an overshield for Rhino. He won't start taking damage until the Iron Skin runs out. It runs out by damage, but it also works the same way in reverse. When you are using Rhino to fight enemies, if you pop Iron Skin in the middle of combat, when enemies start shooting at you, you actually rack up
Life support
armor
has been-
health.
They're trying to choke you out. Hold on.
Yep.
I'm sending auxiliary life support. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Yep.
Activating
Exactly.
it will buy you more time.
Holy God!
Look for personal life support modules by fallen enemies.
Well, if you go look at my trophy list, it should show some of the most recent games I do play and some of the games I do own. Yeah, let's just say that I'll explain Ivaro a little bit. With Warframes, some Warframes at least, they have base values, armor, health, shields,
Ready for a
energy.
capsule.
Those mods can actually upgrade or, you know, devolve how much you have of whatever you've got. most times with stuff that improves health and armor stuff, it won't actually remove armor from you. But the build that I have set for Ivara, she has a lot of energy and a lot of power damage, but she is what a lot of people, and if you've played other games, call squishy.
Another life support capsule.
Like, she's very easy to injure. So, right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to rack up points to essentially make it to where I can survive with her a little bit longer. But yeah, I mean, if there's another frame you want me to do, I will go ahead and oblige. Oh my god, this guy, this nullifier. Die. 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 Die! Yeah, because I'm using a bow, and bows inflict puncture damage.
Life support on the way.
Oh yeah, I should show you this quick. If you notice, oh shit. Later, guys.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Well, not this bow, but one of her abilities is called Quiver. When you activate it once without pressing buttons, like if you just press the button once instead of press and hold, it initiates a swap. Like, look at the bottom right where my energy is at. You'll notice that it's switching. Now, what happens is each of those arrow types changes style. For instance, I just switched it to what is called dash wire. As you can see, it turns my energy into wiring that I can use to go off and, you know, basically make my own zip lines. Another one that is, this next one that I went to, Noise Arrow, it actually creates distractions. But it's only good for when you're already not being spied on. The one after that, Sleep Arrow, here I'll go ahead and show you that one quick. Yep, you are absolutely correct. It makes a trank arrow. It basically fires off a trank arrow that goes off and obviously inoculates opponents. The ability that I just activated is called Prowl. It's basically invisibility. Hold still. Ah, God. Hang on. Alright. Yeah.
If you need it.
There's a time limit for health when you're about ready to need to be revived. There's a limit to how many you can be revived in game. But at that point, you also don't need to worry about it so much, because in the long run, if you're doing it right and keeping yourself alive, you can actually do more to help your team. Like, for instance, I'll probably use Frost, who's a pretty high meta in this game. God damn it.
Life support incoming.
Yeah, well, if you notice, my energy is pretty high too. It's a durational thing based on your energy count. The higher energy and higher duration means more invisibility. But here's the thing though, if you're using a weapon that is silent, you can remain invisible indefinitely. Unlike using a weapon that's unsuppressed, like a rifle. I'll come and get you, High Welder, don't worry. But anyways, if you use an unsuppressed weapon, it actually breaks your invisibility. Makes you vulnerable for a few seconds when you pop out of it. I should actually show you her fourth ability. Artemis Bow. Now this one's pretty unique because she summons a bow out of nothing. And she fires multi-shots. Like if you notice, she fires something like almost 10 shots with each pull of her bow. But that also increases her attack power too, like in a way. Newest to the update when they brought Plains Vital on was what are called power modifications. Like when you summon the weapon's ability summoning of each frame type, Excalibur, Mesa, Ivara, and Valkyr all have weapons that they summon out of absolutely nothing. With that being said, it makes it easier for people to mod these weapons that come out of nothing to be able to do stuff.
I've delivered another life
Hold still.
support capsule.
I'm gonna make you invisible quick. There you go.
You are running out
That
of
last
time.
ability that I just
Consider
used,
extraction.
as you already saw, is the fourth and final ability to quiver, which is called Cloak Wire, or Cloak Arrow.
Life support has been
If you upgrade
replenished.
duration on Ivara to a high point, you can make these effects last roughly about half a minute. I say roughly because with ability mods like well, of course I like pizza. Who doesn't like pizza?
Life support activated.
Well, well, obviously vegans and a few other kinds of people.
Life
I wouldn't say
support
lactose
incoming.
intolerant people hate pizza, because if they love pizza, then they'll wind up making everybody else suffer. What? Anyways, besides that, the more enemies you kill, if you notice... Of course. Oh, well, I have to sit there and say pizza's better. Because pizza has more versatility. You can make anything out of pizza. Well, here's something for you. Did you know that you can make, if you actually were to go on a diet that did not involve bread, a pizza out of cooked chicken? Well, no. No, if you cook the chicken... No, if you cook the chicken, like if you fried it up with using egg whites, it actually makes a decent crust. It's actually not bad.
More successful it will be.
And it's been proven that eating... Oh god.
Tenno,
Guys
prepare
behind
for
us.
life supply.
Oh!
Tenno, extraction is ready.
Do I hear a Burza?
That should keep you
I hear a
going for a
Bursa.
while.
Oh god. Oh god! Huh? Yeah, right. This game is multiplayer from the get-go. It's free to play multiplayer on top of that. Like, it's
Another
free up to
life
4
support
people
capsule is now available.
at max. Okay. Hi, Welder, let's roll.
Holding.
Anyways, let's roll out of here, and I'll switch to a different frame. Like, if there's something else well, you know what? I'll show Loki for you. You've been You were interested in that one to start, so I'll show you the abilities of that guy. Yep. Yeah, I hardly ever do like live stream stuff. Not unless I'm showing somebody a game or what have you. So it's basically like you're gonna see a bunch of videos on my YouTube of me introducing things to people. But sometimes I'm not showing the same frame twice. Thank God. Alright, what weapon do I want to use? So what's the next quest setup? Because I know you got more to that thing.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you. Ha ha.
I know I had one for firing rate. Yes, there it is. There's my one for firing rate. And then haven't used the despair in a good little while. Throw that on there, and then you know what? Use the Vanka. Alright. Let's do this. So I'm guessing you haven't played the, you haven't played Warframe there, Gaming Slime? Sorry. Sorry about that. I was checking party chat and stuff, you know, yeah. Oh, God. Pop the neck. Why you say that? Oh, Lord Almighty.
Maru tells me that the grenade is on the Scallion. You need to find to complete this mission.
I love this. What's up? Not much. Well, been thinking about it a few different times. I just haven't had the motivation to do such things yet. I had an account for a good while. I just never did videos. Not until like maybe 3 years ago. And most of them were just gameplay vids, you know, just showing some pretty cheeky and sneaky vids. And let's disarm everybody. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine, you're fine. Alright. Well, I decided to run your character class that you were intrigued in. Alright. The weapon I'm running is called a Stradivar. I've got a build on it that has a really high firing rate. But the nifty little thing about this one is that it has a fully automatic, semi-automatic setting. Put it on semi-automatic, and let's see, where's the guy? Here. Alright, that ability is called Decoy. Obviously, as you can tell, it can distract a few people. Sometimes it's not always. Oh my god! I'm down. Right. No, not really. I'm a very straightforward person about it. Like, when Anthem comes out, I'll probably have a couple live streams going for it. Just because I love games like that where, you know, you can build yourself to become stronger.
You're nearing the console.
Oh yeah.
Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Like, I had a few videos where, back when it was still going about, its time frames and stuff, where they had a few glitches here and there, because, you know, Bethesda and glitches go together.
Integrity verified. Retrieval was successful. Good work. Found an arcane codex. Target spotted. Stay sharp. This one is a handful.
The dome map? Yeah, I wouldn't remember. I wouldn't remember that, but, you know. Because by the time I bought Black Ops 3, I kind of lost interest in it because I didn't have enough money to do anything with it. Yeah, let's just say for about a good year and a half's worth of time, I didn't actually have a job, so I couldn't afford any of that. In fact, not to get into any more personal matters or explain any more of my personal matters, but I had a friend who was borrowing my system when I was in a men's shelter, and he kind of no, he didn't break it. People he was living with took it and sold it. So I was without my own system for a year and a half. Yeah. It made things. Yeah, well, I just recently got into work with one of my best friends, so. Gonna be almost 3 months here. Yeah, it's a PG freaking statement, man. You can't be talking like that on YouTube, otherwise they're gonna demonetize my videos. Nah, I don't get enough views to get paid anyways, so what the hell. But yeah, you've seen a few of the abilities, just where I link them together, like the radial disarm and all that.
The enemy will start destroying data.
Like, for instance, I'll do this, go invisible, I'll fly by these doors here. Ah, crap.
You need to retrieve.
Did you walk through a laser?
Destruction is complete.
What the heck? The heck saw me? What doorway? The one that you were in there?
The data is still intact. That's it. That's an arcane codex.
But I mean, other than that, this game's pretty straightforward. Whoa, 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 whoa. Straightforward. What? Just the fact that I... Huh? So I see like, two... What's that? There's... They don't. It's actually something, like, they have a, report system where if it isn't all up to... If it's all up to snuff, like, let's say, for instance, I was saying, like, and I'm just gonna make an example here, so don't be reporting me for it. You know, I will destroy you. No, it's like, I'm a lover of the human race. I love everybody. So I'm not racist. I hate, you know, anybody who sits there is like very threatening to views and how people feel. Okay. So, like, when I go and see videos on YouTube of people saying like, oh, screw these feminist bitches and they're, you know, BS, or screw that hoe because she raped me and stuff, and like nobody's gonna do shit about it, you know. Poor examples, yes, I know, but anyways. When people sit there and do stuff like that, and they just like start calling people out, or like telling people that they're like absolute trash and getting all ragey, okay, like for instance, you know, some of our other famous, you know, Twitch stars, like, yeah, like how they make up like all these...
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms
yeah,
now,
just
and they will
making up bogus
data.
reasons to, you know, rage and stuff, or say that they did this and that. You know, it's stuff like that where they get close to being, you know, removed for their, you know, racial slurs and shit like that. Like the...
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms. You've got the crises, and there's nothing more for us here. Get to extraction.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, like, I'm a peace lover. I mean, yeah, I have my rage problems, but you know, anybody does. But I'm not gonna sit there and take my rage out and start calling people racial slurs. I'm not gonna say any racial slurs on here, but you know, that's because when I'm live streaming, I try to keep it as PG as possible. I mean, yeah, you'll obviously hear swearing like fuck, shit, you know. What, the 10 flickering lights? 10 fuckering lights! Yeah, I know. No, for those of you that will probably watch this video later on, there's a picture I sent to my buddy Ryder, and he's laughing his butt off right now, saying, like, because on Facebook someone put a compilation of pictures together, and one of them was 10 flickering lights, and the picture on it was of the word flickering, but the lettering was too close, so it looked like the word fuckering. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of imagery on there that made it seem very lewd. Yeah. I don't know. Who else should I use? You know what? I'm gonna be that Ash main that everybody loves. Little Siege joke there. I do not own that game, unfortunately. When they had it for free, I couldn't get it. I'm sorry. But I'll sit there and make an army joke. This here is my Ash. It is my Ash and my alone. Without it, I am nothing. But without it, it is nothing.
Do you remember the old war, operator? Order seems to have.
I'm sorry. I
misplaced those memories.
have to make a fucking weak. I have to make a weak joke like that. A what? You said it too quickly and too quietly. I did not understand it. I did not understand it because when you're sitting there saying it, you're saying it like this, and then you're saying it like this, and I can't hear you. Cause so quiet. Gotta speak into the mic, bruh. Speak into the mic so everybody can hear ya. Right. So, why are we doing the mobile defense? Is that linked to your mission or something? Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, okay, you want to do that one, but we're in low gravity mode with no shields. Okay, so I'm gonna change my mind here and take 20 steps back and go and get my frost, because, you know, I'm afraid to die. Like, who? Dennis? From...
Well
who?
put
What?
together, operator.
I don't know this Dennis.
Cut down the... And make the Lotus proud.
Yeah, oh shit. But anyways, don't worry. I'll do that one. Hang on. I got it. I got it. I got it, Doc. I got it. Anyways, no. Yeah. Anyways, no. I like making jokes. Like, okay, yeah. I gotta sit there and say this, but you know, I don't want to do this mission with Ash because, you know, I'm allergic to death. You know, yeah. It makes me break out in hives. You know, makes me bleed out from my rib cage. Yeah, that kind of thing. Well, I mean, it's like a. Well, I mean, here's a joke I made the other day. I said that I was undead, and one of my coworkers was like, "Okay, so that would make you a zombie." I'm like, "Yeah, you are absolutely correct there, madam." She's like, "Well, I feel like you should go and get that problem fixed, because I mean, that'd be kind of problematic to be having a zombie working here at McDonald's." I'm like, okay, stop right there. Stop right there. I'm like, you know what? If they sit there and they try to sit there and tell me that they're going to sit there and subject me to some sort of racism just because I'm a zombie, you know what I'm going to sit there and say? I am not going to take your little immigration test. You want to know why? Because they do this little tiny pill. And it's not just some regular pill. It's a bullet, you know? And they're gonna not just implant it in my ribcage, they're going to implant it into my cranial cavity. So no, even though I identify as a zombie, I'm not gonna let you guys give me your little test. Screw you.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take
Alright. No, but yes, I make jokes like that, and they're very dark, and creepy, and lame. So I'm guessing you're friends with
Still
Dirt,
working on
am
it.
I right? They're slime
Continue to defend.
brothers? Was that you I was hearing in the background? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you made my ears bleed. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yep.
Area completed. Move on.
Don't go away from controller in the middle of a mission! I know I can handle myself, Fire Welder, but I need your rhino stomps to keep us alive.
Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend.
Oh, of course you're not watching the stream. Nobody's watching the stream. I'm alone in this stream.
This will take a moment.
Not bad. That's what you call a dry spill.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Let's be friends, and then I'm gonna survive and kick your butt. Oh my god. You're... Oh!
We are finished here.
Oh.
Move on.
Yay! We'll all die together. Yeah, for a brief moment, we had like 4 people watching this at the same time. I'm moving to the next objective. See, yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno.
You're bleeding out, and I'm too far away from you. Yeah, whenever you get over here, I've got the giant frost bubble up for you to protect yourself.
Still working on
Alright,
it.
you're closer, I can
Continue
get to you.
defend.
Just give me a sec. I got you! Oh god. Oh! I need to get you up, and then I need to get back. from me.
But we did it.
Alright, let's go. Let's get out of here.
Looks like heavy activity ahead.
That's it. I'ma get me mallet. Curses. He's inviting me. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yes, how's it going?
Ooh. Howdy.
Surviving.
Hey, sir, just because I kicked you doesn't mean you have to get heated. You're playing Fag Night. Okay, deal with it.
Wow. Wow, that
Tenno, there's a time.
that's pretty intense,
Get on your knees
guys.
for the rainbow
Check
gods, you
navigation.
13-year-old faggot. I mean, Vigil, Blackbeard, Valkyrie. That's it. And, or no, not Valkyrie, Frost.
How old are you?
Well, I'm gonna respect the fact you have YouTube going and I have music playing, so we'll just keep it off.
What?
What?
I did not understand a damn word you just said.
I'm sorry. Well, I said you're streaming, so I'm gonna keep my music off. I know, right?
You don't have to worry about keeping your stuff off. It's okay.
Oh, thank you. I like this man. He's nice.
See,
Oh,
I'm
wait.
just like
Whoa. I'm already Titan's friend. What the fuck?
See, now let me see.
What?
See, let me tell you there, Sir Monkey. If
He called
A
me
kid?
monkey. That's racist.
if a kid jumps on my YouTube channel and sees my live streams and goes and complains to his little mommy or daddy about the fact that my stuff has bad words, then he shouldn't be watching my YouTube.
I'm sorry, but if anytime you're in this party, if you're streaming, you best name that YouTube channel 18 and older, because ain't no little kid gonna want to join with me in here. I'm just letting you know that now.
But that... Well, like I was explaining to Ryder, I'm gonna rage. I've got live streams where I'm saying shit and fuck and damn it.
Well, my live stream's not going. It's on Twitch, so y'all can say whatever the fuck you want. Ain't nobody gonna give a shit. Exactly. No, you have to have a real name request.
Yeah.
I see Dick, I see Dirt Rider, I see PDF, and I see
Please do
Hey
not call me PDF.
Welder.
Anyways,
You don't want me to call you PDF?
Titan. Just Titan. Please, Titan.
Alright, Warframe.
It gets me off. It pleases me. Say my name.
Well, I don't like it when people call me Dassin or Monkey, so
Don't worry, I'll call
most
you
of the time I
Richard.
just tell them oh, you can just call me my real name, bro.
You okay with that? You okay with me calling you Richard?
My name's alright.
Well, I mean,
for
it's
all
better
those
than
people in this party,
it's better than
just
calling
call
you
me
Dick all the
Dylan.
time. Anyways,
Alright, boys.
Alright, High Welder, let's get the next mission strapped underway.
Has anyone else realized how big Mute's goggles are with the elite skin?
Oh, that is...
Look at how small his eyes are, bro. I mean, uh, you need a mask like Vigil's. Look at those eye holes.
Hey, guess what? I'm sending another one your way.
Oof. I have gold on my shoddy.
Rider. I'm gonna send you another picture. uh, I'm gonna close out of my broadcast since you're done watching.